I need a new camera, so if anybody want to contribute to getting me a new camera, because the light on this camera is so dark. Let me see. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Life is amazing. It's cold. It's freezing. And today is another day of another day of another day. And we have to figure it out. We have to figure it out. And I'm the kind of person that when I walk, I don't like to look at the mirror. You know, how you walking and you see like the vision of yourself coming. You're like, oh my God, I look horrible. Um, and it's weird because nobody can be perfect all the time. So I met somebody conceited as hell. I want to see what you look like. I want to see you, what you look like, and I want to see you in person. Listen, we have webcam for that, so you good. So he rings my phone, and I'm like, oh God. So who's calling me? Is it the devil or the devil's son? I don't know which one. Was it you, God? But obviously, knowing me, my history with men, it's the devil's son. I say, you know what? So I'm like, okay, give somebody else a chance. For you to go after somebody, hurt somebody else, I'm off. So hurt somebody else before, you feel like you need to hurt me. I'm off. And the thing that gets me is I'm exhausted mentally, spiritually. I'm tired. I've been job hunting left and right, job hunting. To the point of I'm just like, okay, obviously my goal is to be homeless, so that's not what I want. But the Lord said, well, that's what you need. Okay. So Raven, you're gonna be homeless? So what are you gonna be? You gonna have sex with everybody in the world? And the thing is, it's like, so of course I'm gonna start making my videos called Raven from Hell because this man, he had light eyes and stuff, and his eyes were beautiful. And he said, I just want to get a chance to know you. I was like, I want to take you out. Listen, I don't go out with anybody because my thing is, I feel like you're trying to set my secret tape with someone and leave me. So he was like, no, I want to be with you. Are we on the same page? Now, but somebody say they want to be with me. I'm like, okay, everything is for a reason. I know everybody's not bad, but obviously it's a lot of people out there in the world that's on another level of being really fucked up with somebody and didn't act like they do nothing. Let me see. Hey, hey, Boo, oh, Evershawn, and Lewis, what's up, Boo? So I'm like, okay, this man was so conceited. We was on video call and he left. Listen, when you're online and stuff, you're trying to date somebody, you're taking a chance. So don't get upset when he treat you like dirt. So you just go, okay, now you hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Okay. Forgive me, this is one of my days. My speech is horrible. So today's the day the stroke decide, oh, I'm gonna visit you today. So the thing is, so he hung up on me. Obviously, when somebody hangs up on me, I'm thinking they can't be on the phone right now because right now they're about to be caught. They want to speak in they want to speak in secrecy, and I get it. Trust me, if you're anything like me or within me and the people, my people, we know. We already know. You have to tell us. We already know situations are really different and stuff like that. So we get it. So he had a lot of eyes. So I was like, oh, you got beautiful eyes. It's like, oh, thank you, thank you. You know the weird thing about life? It be some guys, I'm not saying anybody, or girls, whatever you into. It be some people that's the ugly as fuck, but they be conceited as shit. They be conceited like hell. Like, how could you like that, but conceited? But I realized, nobody really picks up on it. Maybe that's the way they can survive. So, and then they treat you like dirt. And you're like, okay. So you treat me like dirt. I need to feel honored that you decided to pick the dog out the goddamn kettle and take me, I guess, home as your puppy or your dog, whatever. And the thing is, like, sometimes you sit there in shock. You like, maybe they have to give you a seat because if they don't think they cute, then shit, nobody else will. So you're like, okay. Well, I understand that we got disconnected. Oh, disconnected. No, you left me on the phone. Oh, we're gonna keep talking about that. Oh, that's the past, Raven. It just happened yesterday. That's the past. Okay. So you like, so you don't feel like you should apologize for just doing that to me? It's not funny. So he was like, I guess in my mind, I'm thinking he's like, well, fuck you. So his whole energy was like, I'm fine, I look good. So it'll make a difference to me because I get enough of you quick as this because I'm fine. I have a whole bunch of people that want to be with me and stuff like that. And maybe you do. The thing that gets me is you treated me so bad as if we had an argument. But you sit there mostly in shock because you can't believe the treatment that you're receiving. I want to take you out. I said, okay. When can I take you out? Now, mind you, he just hung up on you, left you, and came back the next day, but he wanted to take you out. And you're like, okay. Is this possible? Sure. I'll take me out. So you sit there and you're like, of course you're thinking it back because I'll be thinking, when you treat me dirty, I may not be saying that, but I'm thinking what you just did. And the thing is, like, you're like, well, when can I take you out? We only live like 5 minutes away from each other. Okay. I was like, are you sure there's room in the car with me? Because obviously your head is too goddamn big, so you fucking conceited. I don't think I got room to sit in your car because obviously we have to honor your majesty because you fine as hell. So I'm not gonna say that because I'm gonna be the person that's gonna act like, everything's okay. And it's not. So the thing is, can I take you out today? Okay. Now I said okay twice, but obviously your today is right now, but if you could hang up on me or leave me on phone with you and I'm there with you and you just leave, how am I going to trust going somewhere with you and you won't leave me again? But I was like, you know what, Raven, it is what it is. So obviously he's used to treating me bad because the man is nice looking. I'll give him that. But it don't give you the right to treat people bad. Especially the fact that I feel like you're conceited. So the fact that you are conceited, and I'm thinking to myself, Raven, you never listen. This is the term I'm using. So Am I going to be able to take you out? Oh, God. You know, somebody keeps saying something, but you don't want them to say nothing. Like, oh, because you already know you're going to say no, but reality, they keep asking you the same question, which is crazy to me. So, guess what he did? He hung up on me. I'm like, you hung up on me? So he hangs up on me, and then you like, okay. Now, my thing is, once you're so conceited that you feel like you have the right to do things to people, which is not fair, I'm going to block you. Because you already let me know how you are. And I'm not trying to relive it or be around people with that type of energy. I'm just trying to fix the lighting, y'all. Because the lighting in this camera is horrible. It looks like I'm in a Halloween movie and it's nighttime. And the thing that gets me is, you like, okay. And the thing is, I was asleep. So what was you sleep? Yeah, I was asleep. Did I wake you up? Well, usually if people are asleep and they're on the phone, that means you woke them up. I know it doesn't register because obviously it's something new. You didn't know when you wake somebody up they were sleeping. Okay. But I'm not going to say that because, and I did not for once think, okay, this is my person. The Lord sent me him. I know exactly who sent him to me. And he was the man from hell. I was like, oh, you're Lucifer's son. So you're the devil's special son. You need to get somebody to come after me to take me all the way down. I bet you gotta go all the way down. And I'm like, okay. So as you're being treated dirt like dirt with me, I always pause and I'm thinking, mm, like making this sound, So I'm like, okay. So I'm an overthinker. I'm a Gemini, so obviously my birthday's coming up next month. It's in May. I'm 94 years old, about to die soon. At the end of the day, I guess before I die, I'm going to be going out and seeing you. So the thing that gets me is, I'm like, okay. You know, I be thinking so many things about me because I'm always feel like it's time for change. Change is always good. Sometimes change is better, and sometimes you're gonna meet people that's conceited as hell. So the fact of the matter is that once again, I met somebody conceited that feel like they are belittling themselves to be with you. So he'll hang up on you because you don't matter to him, and you just move forward. I blocked him on everything. You know, sometimes it's not funny. Sometimes I really think I should do these videos called Raven from Hell because I meet every goddamn person from hell. So, okay, 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 okay. So now you got older. You did your run. That means you did your run in life. I better stop saying it because I think I'm speaking death over my life. So you're like, okay, it's cold. I'm in my house where it's cold. But they say when it's cold in your house, the spirits are around you. In other words, people don't know what that means. They mean the dead people. This is when everybody runs off this shit. Ooh. Oh, and he's what the even say when it's like, oh, we gotta get out of here. There's no money. And you're like, okay. So I'm always thinking like, how am I gonna go through this life? I'm still job hunting. I send my resume in through the internet. I feel like they go, oh hell no, here comes another beggar. Unfortunately, we decided to go in another direction. Okay. You know, you find a job and stuff, and you like, oh, this job is perfect for me, and they never call you because it's perfect. They don't want you. So the reality is, no matter what happens, you just keep moving forward as if it didn't happen for that. And the thing is, mother has lived. Mother has lived. Once upon a time, I used to cry when people do me dirty. But then now all these new breeds that's coming out, these young men are all over the place. Mother's lived. Before I used to do an age check because I want to make sure you was old enough, as if they're going inside of a club. But I was like, okay. Did I meet guys that are young? But I noticed a lot of women be talking about them. These young boys have stepped their game up. It's funny. When you're older, you start recognizing how young they are. You're like, well, damn, how young are you? And they be done check your information out. They be like, oh, you one of them old bitches. Like you was here when Jesus was walking. Okay, that's fine. And the weird thing is they check your age limit. Because if you're 30 years old, you old. And if you're 40 years old, you super duper old. I mean, I think there's categories, cougars. I was saying cougars, leprechauns, or what this guy called me? A thundercat. Now he looks older than me. He called me a thundercat because I'm older. And the thing that gets me is you're like, okay. It's just real out here. The world is changing. This is how I see things. When you start getting older, everybody's getting younger. That means you're about to die soon. Like, oh, you on your way out. That's why they're popping up because they have to get you some flowers because you're on their grave. Okay. When you get older, you start noticing everybody younger. And when you're tall, you notice everybody is tall or short. So for some reason, with the women in the world, they become 6'6", 6'8", 6'10", 7 feet tall, biological women, which has not been known to be that tall. Shorty was called 5 feet. Shorty was 5 feet, 4 feet, 4'11". Shorty is 7 feet tall. And the men be like, I don't want no woman that's tall as me. I want a woman that's short. No. So these tall women trying to find a tall man. You say, oh no, you're too tall. And you're like, okay. And it's this thing on Instagram called Tall Tour. That means everybody's tall. It feels good to go to a place when I'm talking to somebody, we're face to face instead of them being up here, down here. And of course, there could be a short girl that comes into there. She'd be like, oh, I like you because I'm short. Bitch, you were short before we got there. You was short as one. And they'll just pay the rest no money. But the thing is, everybody wants love. I'm always looking at videos about being in love and stuff, and obviously it's played out now because nobody really wants love no more. They just want sex, and that's it. Just like with dude yesterday. Once you spook a guy as far as interested in you, you really don't want to have nothing to do with you because you saw straight to their bullshit. And once you see straight to their bullshit, oh, we good. Don't want to be with you because they realize they can't run game on you. But in the world of today, Raven, that nosy bitch, I'm always looking. I'm always looking. And then I be digging. So it was this girl online. I'm not gonna say her name. She was upset because she was saying something about another girl. I'm not gonna Lord. I don't even know if I should say this because no. So she was a two-spirit woman, and she decided that like a lot of other them that do this, to talk about her face. She says, "Well, I have an original face. My face is real. You know, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful." She had all that silicone face. Her face is pumped up to the gods, and I'm like the same way when I saw Ola Ray, the Michael Jackson girl from Thriller. She's up there with a whole white face, and be like, and then you like, okay. So she decided that a girl face look at. It's not funny. Listen, it's not personal. I'm just shocked that stuff come out people's mouth. Because if you understand, then why do you have to go there? But it is what it is. But she was like, "Well, it's nothing about my face. I look real. I'm beautiful. My face is not like that. I look good as hell." And you like, because if you judge, you'll be judged. Because if you're a girl that says, "I'm the beautifulest woman in the world," people gonna stop talking and go, "Mm." If you're a man, if you say, "I'm the finest man in the world," you're gonna go, "Hmm." Because now you judge, and now you're gonna be judged. So I'm looking at her. I don't want to say too much. Y'all figure it out. So I'm looking at her. I'm like, why is this important? Like, why is it important that you're trying to put her down? I guess for views and stuff. Maybe it's clickbait. I don't know. But I think it's really funny when some girl sit back and says, "I'm so beautiful. I just can't take it." Like, what does that get you? But sometimes people have to put somebody down to make themselves look good. And I get it. Sometimes there's men that's to put a girl down to make themselves look good. And I get it. I don't think you really need to, but you have to do what you have to do. So I'm watching all this stuff, and I'm corny because I like to watch people love. So I've been watching this couples in love and stuff, and then I got to digging because I'm a nosy bitch. So I'm watching them and they in love and stuff like that. Reminds me when I started watching a couple and I was really invested. This couple was called Queen and Queen and help me out. It was Queen and it wasn't Chris. It was it was Queen and somebody. What was his name? It was Queen and somebody. Anyway. So as I'm all in this video, I'm in love with it because I'm like I love and I'm all invested. Hey, it's Shower, what's up, mama? Exactly. Hey, B, on it. Hey, Rashawn. Hey, Lewis. So I'm like, what was his name? Chris and Queen. Chris and Queen. And I was like, I'm all behind them. I'm like, this is beautiful. I'm invested. As I watched more of the video, they broke up. And now she was like, not that I'm trying to tell the story, but she was like, of course, you're gonna make your show because you want to be the person that gets hurt and stuff. Oh, my body's so sorry for me. So the story went out allegedly, even though they said it, but I'm just gonna repeat. So he cheated on her allegedly, and then he sent pictures of his thing. And of course, I'm a nosy bitch. So I'm looking at this thing on the line. And I'm like, okay, listen. You can't help what God gave you. It is what it is. And the thing is, they broken up, and all of a sudden, she's now dating Chris. And, they move forward with their life, had babies and everything. I think they had one baby. I wasn't that invested anymore once I saw they broke up. I wasn't invested because I love love. I love to watch people in love. That's just like me. I'm corny. So by them being in love, it's young love is amazing. When you first find somebody you young, love is magical and beautiful and stuff like that. Everything that does to you to hurt you, it really hurts you. But when you get older and you start catching on, just like, oh, this shit's for the birds. I was the kind of person, when somebody hurt me, I'm crying. I could not move, I couldn't eat, I couldn't do nothing. As I pull out, my mother has live files. I don't feel that way no more. I don't feel like crying over somebody that's already fucking smart. Like, they like, I think we need to move on and see what else is out there in the world, to see greater things. You like, move on, but I love you. Well, I started last week, so you better catch up. So I already started trying to find somebody last week, and I have to catch up. And then you be like, how could you do this? Oh, don't start crying. Oh, God, here we go. Oh, let's start feeling sorry for Raven. Oh, okay. That's what we're going to do. Okay, okay. So I'm falling apart, can't breathe, suffocating, mentally crying. The person that was my person and moved on, now he's with somebody else. And then now he walks down the street with her, like, come on, boo. He pulls her closer to him to make fun of you. Look, I found somebody really quick. But you've been dating, so how you find somebody really quick? So you're like, as you heartbroken, crying inside because you have to be strong. But in the inside, like, oh Lord, Jesus. You pray to the Lord God, be like, oh child, don't, it's not that deep. There's other ones out there. Just as sorry as this one. And the thing is, you're like, you're like, oh, I can get something to drink. Then you start cuffing it down. Then you think about Whitney Houston. It fills me up. It gives me love. And you're like, okay. So she's like, she looks at you like, ooh, you left that for me. I see why. So now she's conceited, and they're talking about you. The same man that used to love me, celebrate you, is now sharing his story with her about you, and he's making fun of you in front of your face. Okay. And then you move forward. I was very dramatic. I couldn't breathe. I was like, I just can't do this. Some people can't date. I'm one of the people that can't date. Because if I say I love you, I love you. That means whatever you mess up on, I'll overlook it. Whatever I mess up on, you gonna write it down. And the thing is, it's like, I never forget I saw this girl. It's not funny. It's not funny. She's like, I just want somebody to love me. It's not fair. It's not funny. It's not funny. I just want somebody to love me. Who can't love me? It's not funny. She's like, she hyperventilating. I'm like, no, listen. There's other men out there in the world, so he's not the last one. But she's going through imaging and stuff like that. And, unfortunately, That was me. That was me. I'm crying, going all through it. And then I noticed there was another man there with a penis. I said, oh, I'm going to be okay. And the sad part about it is once you get hurt, I mean, really hurt, your options go down. You don't care no more. He could just be little, short, tall, white, black, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Jamaican, or even invisible. You just want him. But you change your ways now. Now, you was that good person. I want to have sex with somebody. I want to have connections, and, we could be in love. As he decides to leave you, girls be like, save yourself, for the right person. You're like, for what? You saving yourself for the right person. If he shows up, he shows up. If he don't, he don't. It's okay. You don't care no more. So that person that used to believe that we'll wait and get to know each other, you pulling your pants down there because you don't care. Oh, let's get over with. Let me see how much you got, or obviously how much you don't have. So now, mentally, you have left the building. Now the person that used to love and stuff like that don't live there no more. Now you go out and find a job because basically you want to depend on nobody, help you for nothing. But reality is if you're anything like me, you're gonna obviously want a person because if you love too hard, you love too hard. It was this woman, this guy hurt her so bad. She was like, the next person I meet, it's gonna be years from now. She says, I'm done. She was crying. She was crying. And as a person that's been hurt by people in life, when they start crying, we be like, oh, damn. And then, we ask, well, what did you do? And she be crying. She's crying, tears not coming out, no. And you like, get yourself together. Come on, you can pull through it. You've been through all this stuff now. And, of course, I'm saying it in my head, but if you love hard, it's the worst feeling in the world. And you don't want to feel that way again. So you just start not caring. So the same girl that used to preserve themselves for the right person, you giving it up. And you don't want to be that person that want to believe in love because you want to protect yourself because you've been hurt before. So when somebody speaks on love in front of you, you don't want it. And I've known a lot of people who is in love that's been hurt. They've given up love altogether. But you have to understand there are more people in the world. It wasn't the last one. It was just one of them. But some girls or guys have given up love altogether. They canceled it. And now they become the new person. The new person that has sex with anything that moves and don't care no more. It's sad though how sometimes people love too hard like me. We get hurt so badly. There are some people that do the hurting that don't care. Like they really don't care. And you like, I feel like if you ever tried for a job and you didn't get it, I feel like it's a learning lesson for that. You didn't get it because it wasn't your person. So once you start taking on that type of mentality, you tough. You can go through anything. Because at this point, you checked out. And also, I never knew that life could be so hard. I knew the things, but I never knew that if you're nice to people, they can take advantage of you or call you stupid or dumb and stuff like that. So now you have to come receipts, so everything is real. What I'm going through is real. And it's sad. But a lot of people have given up on love. They've given up on love. They just decided to sit in darkness. And one thing you shouldn't do is give up on you. No matter how hard it gets, how dark it gets, just keep realizing there's light at the end of the day. There's light. So this is not the last person in the world. There's other people out there. And a lot of times people like myself, we take it hard. I talk to so many people that's been through some stuff and they just cancel. The light they used to shine in their face is gone. They would be so happy, so lovingly. They don't feel that way no more. In fact, some people I've talked to, when they think about relationships, they run from it. Anyway, so I think you have to have a certain type of strength to date. Dating in 2026 is not a weak person's project. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of people who don't care versus a lot of people that do care. It's funny. All I could think of was, once I get a job, I don't want to date nobody. Speaking on that, oh, mother's lit. I got stories for days. So I talked to this guy weeks ago. He tried to talk me into having sex with him. I was like, no, I need to get to know you. Now, I've heard this happen a lot of times to me. So we started talking, stuff like that. He was telling me, I'm the person that want to be with you. I will watch you for a long time. And I want to, show you how much I care about you. And came to my house. He left. Never heard from him until last night, 2 o'clock in the morning. He's hitting my WhatsApp, ringing phone. So I asked him, turn the light on. I don't know what this is that's calling. He said, oh, you want me to turn the light on? Yeah, because I don't know what this is. Mother's live. I don't sit around and wait for you. I don't move. Your position has been filled 4 times. Your position has been filled. So I have to figure out which one is this one. So I'm not crying. I'm not sleeping with nobody, but at the end of the day, before I called your name, I have to make sure I got the right person. Hey, boo, I didn't leave you. I was going to join your TikTok. I was going to sign into your TikTok. So you called me like 3 o'clock, or was it 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? Talking about some damn TikTok. I was going to sign on your TikTok app. I was saying, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What's the emergency? Remind you, you left me. But it's okay. We ain't going to talk about that. So I was going to sign up to your TikTok. I was like, okay, well, that means you need to talk to me about 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, that's important. He said, well, I was going to. So I hung up on him. Guess what? On WhatsApp, that phone, ring, ring, ring. I was like, oh my God. Why are you calling me back? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. This is not an emergency. If you want to join TikTok, then join it. I don't care. So he was like, well, how you been? So you left me, supposed to show up the same day, didn't show up the next day. And you want to say, how am I doing? Okay. Because I have to think. Baby, don't say nothing. You're going to regret. So just hang up. If you hang up, just say. So I hung up on him. By being younger than me. He calls me right back. I said, oh. So now I have to block him. So now I block you. Got some rest. And the weird thing is, how old are we? So you promised me the world. God sent me to you. You've been following me. You like everything about me. You love to think about me. And then you ghost me and then call me 3 o'clock in the morning. I think it's been 4 days later, or I really don't count because trust me, mother's live. There's always another. I can always smell them. I can always smell the smelly balls. I'm like, I'm good. So I'm laying in my bed, and I'm like, okay. I just find it really weird. We'll drink today. Got my little wine ready. Making I don't spill on my yellow shirt. The thing that gets me is Raven being dumb. I ain't gonna lie, I be dumb as hell. I believe, what's the thing called? I believe in love and what's that thing they call you when you're helplessly romantic? So when you're helplessly romantic, you dumb as hell. I mean, you're gonna go through some shit because you're so in all of the love and stuff, which is not real. And you want to, you are a chosen one. That means you still have hope. You still believe in flowers and butterflies and candles and candy and chocolate. People like, that's why I like you. You dumb as hell. Like, you for real dumb. Being alone, reading books. Exactly, Lewis. That actually benefits you being alone. You're right, Lewis. But the thing is, once you get somebody and they give you love, you don't want it to go away. And then when you get somebody, in my case, because I meet every man from hell, these Lucifer's children, oh, send them the raven, send them the raven, somebody else from hell. Oh, God. Close the door. Don't send nobody else from hell. But you're like, ah. So the devil be like, I'm gonna see somebody fine as hell, Raven. You can't resist this one. This one gonna be fine. Now he may fuck you over, but he gonna be fine doing it. And you're like, okay. And then I don't want to meet him. And then all of a sudden, this fine ass man pops up. He's like this tall. You're like, what's up, boo? He he from hell. Cause instead of talking to you, he'll grab you, pull you to him, and then he's like, come in, stop being like that. Y'all the girls or guys already know what I mean. He'll get you upset. He'll push you against the wall, and then he'll start rubbing things on you. If you know, you know. And reality is that he's like, oh, I'll forgive you. And then when he mess you over, you just been messed over. Then you have to figure out how you're going to get yourself together. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's why you just never really know. No matter how strong you are, it's going to get tested. Some of them you will win, many of them you will lose. And that's how it goes. People are not faithful. People want what they want at any means necessary. And here it is, you think they're sincere. You're just the number of the next person. That's all. You are your number. So you think you're number one? No, you're number 39. Tomorrow it'll be a 40. So you're not that precious as you think you are. Because there are going to be other people that's going to come along and they're going to take them. So they won't be crying over you, hurting over you, think about you. They're in the bed with somebody else. Eating chopped chicken wings and french fries and pizza. But think they hurt them. They're not. It's unfortunate. But it happens a lot. Unfortunately, it does. I hate to use people as examples, but there are a lot of beautiful women in this world. Beautiful. Beautiful. There are a lot of beautiful men in this world. Beautiful. Beautiful. Some men you meet don't even look like they're real because they're so fine. They're just unbelievably fine. Some women you meet, they are so beautiful. They're unbelievable beautiful. And guess what? They're going through the same things you're going through. People just want to tear their spirit down, pull another piece from their soul, and then make them fall apart. Even become less mentally sane. And now the person they was infatuated with, because that's all it is, they seem to have to pull another light from your soul, and then move on. Now you're a wing, you find with a broken wing from somebody that had no good intentions on your life, but set of the engineer plan as far as being the person up for your life and making things great. It wasn't great at all. It was a trick. If you're a person that cares about people, you're going to be tricked. You're going to be tricked. You're going to be hurt. You're going to be deceived. You'll be lied to, sometimes even abused or beat on. You just never know. If you are a person that has a good spirit or an empath, you're going to go through it. Everybody loves the empaths because the empaths will make up reasons why you should stay with them. In the meantime, they're killing your spirit. So even though you still walk around with life in your body, thinking everything's wonderful, everything's not so bad, but it'd be bad. My friend told me once I change my life, I'm going to meet the right person. But I wanted you. You was the right person. So how did that really make sense when I wanted you? I spent time with you. And you're going to give me that conversation. I'm going to meet the right person. I got to meet the right. How is this information coming from you when you lied? When you wasn't the right person? So how am I supposed to take advice from you when I wish I never met you? So how am I supposed to believe? So that's when I go through the change, stuff like that. And I did my hair short. He's like, well, no man's going to want you with short hair. I said, well, shit, they don't want me now. So it's weird. A man would get good in your grace just to hurt you. To have you believing in fairy tales and what's some things called, the flying things, rainbows, and he don't want you. So now he changed your mind on men, on life, and he never wanted you. But that's not me. I used to be that person. When you hear that song, there's some hoes in this house, there's a hole in this house. You like, no. Mm-mm. You know, but life be lifing. But I always find it amazing how people who broke you try to give you advice to restore you when they was the one who broke you. I find it amazing how they have so much to say, but they have so much to say to meet you. But you change the story Now that you got what you wanted, you want to give me advice to find somebody else. Hell, I didn't even want you. You convinced me because, I'm different. I'm not like everybody else. Give me a chance. I promise you. And then he hurts you. Do he accept accountability for hurting you? Absolutely not. We're both adults, right? My thing is this. Instead of finding a man, find a drink. I don't want to say it because that means I'm putting out what's it called? Heavily medicated. So you putting out this energy as far as getting hot? No, I'm not saying it. But mothers live. I've been taught a lot of stuff. Some stuff I didn't want to learn. And I changed my life because I started, instead of me carding guys, like I'm like, you too young, I can't be with you. I was like, this age discrimination, you giving men, now you don't have one. So by you being so hard on him, telling him he's too young, you don't got no man. So when the Lord sends you somebody, you send them back. So why you complaining? So I was watching Kendra G. I think it's a dating on inline. Kendra G online. I watch her because I'm a nosy bitch. So I'm watching her last night. So somebody woke me up. I'm watching her in my bed looking at her. So this guy comes up in there. He says, he had the age that he wanted, somebody young. But if you got somebody that was older, if you was in your 30s, you're a cougar. He's gonna make you into a cougar. Oh, what is it called? Is it called the cougar? So, and the funny thing about him, because you know how evil this world is. Of course, he's a man, so they call him gay. That's a given. They call every man gay. They don't call women gay until they catch them and shit. But then let me stay on one. And I was like, well, how could you be straight in this world? Because there's so much stuff going on. So if you want a sugar mama and you can't find one, there is a gay person that will give you sex and money. There is an old woman that will give you money and protect your own place and make things better for you. There's so many options out here, women and men. It's not just men. But the story I share with you, so he got up in the camera good because I guess he wanted to let you know how fine it was. So he got up in the camera, he's like, I want a woman that's this and that, because I have a kid and stuff like that. You're going to see this video. Oh, God. You're going to see this video. Trust me, you're going to see it. So he was celebrating women, how beautiful, what to be a woman. But somewhere along the line, he kept calling a woman a man. He said, if I be with him, and people started, a man. So you said you want to be with a woman, but the conversation changed to him and not her. A lot of people caught it, not many did. So he was celebrating women. His truth came out. You looking for a man. He didn't want that to go out. So he used the title woman. But somewhere along the line, he forgot to keep saying woman. He started saying man. It's on Kendra G now. It was on there last night, so I don't know if it's what day it was that they filmed it, but he kept saying him. So how you go from her to him? He said her the first time, I guess when he was thinking. After a while, he wasn't thinking, everything was him. And I get it, maybe he was nervous, stuff like that, but if you're going to do a lie, just stick with it. Then I saw a two-spirit woman. When she started talking, I knew exactly what she was. Like y'all probably say about me. Like I know exactly somebody from the LGBTQ because I'm a nosy bitch. So I'm watching this person that was talking on TikTok. And I was like, because we start questioning people. Is that a man? Is that a woman? So we start questioning people. Her presentation was masculinity. And I don't care. But listen, y'all need these titles because that's what work for y'all. You put titles on tags, but y'all put them on people. And obviously there's a certain way they need to live. Because that's important. Y'all can just go by your names, but you know. So I don't even know if I should call him or her. I don't know. It's so funny, these titles. He was male presenting. So as he, see, I don't even know what to say because I don't know what to say. I think anything I said me wrong. Um, Everything about this person, I'll say person. Masculinity is presenting, short haircut, very masculine energy, and he was not, he was, oh God. This person was presenting who they was, and that was fine. But as I got a closer look, we get that closer look, like, well, wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. So, and it's so fucked up about it because I can't even tell y'all the story because I don't know his pronouns. And he was saying something, and the funny thing is, which is never funny, he was telling something, and I really wasn't listening. I was so caught up in what he was saying, what the person was saying, that I didn't listen. So since I've been on Facebook, and I got a new dating app on Facebook. So since I got on the dating app at Facebook, I started reading profiles. So the words they're using now, you have to be born a woman in order to be talk to me. And then there's some profile says I'm gay. And I guess he's looking for a man. I don't, gay comes a lot of ways. I don't know. So, because mothers live. But um, I'll be back. Let me just. gotta get some more. That damn turtleneck look crazy as hell. Get some my Jesus juice. Oh, you know what I hate? I hate I hate that our parents taught us to care about what everybody thinks, and I think that's what put us in a bubble as far as being a pleaser. Because as we go through life, we care about other people think. It really messed us up. A lot of people, because your parents mess up your life, they'll say, I don't, you ain't going outside looking like that. You need to, everybody gonna be looking at me, talking about me. So you better fix yourself up and stuff. You represent me when you go outside. So now your whole life is based on what everybody thinks about. And you try to move through life as far as what everybody thinks. So I know the woman that birthed me was like, I couldn't be like you. Your free spirit is like the worst, I guess, but it mess you up because I love those people that don't care and they really don't care. And they stand 10 toes down on their care. It becomes a certain type of strong you get to be that person because now you live your life, you feel free, anything about say about you don't care because that's how you were raised. But unfortunately, a lot of us haven't been raised that way. We have to care about others and think about us. And also, they're the person that dictate our future. You know, I know I think a lot. Well, obviously, I do have to think a lot because I have a big ass head. As great as the pumpkin child. And the thing that get me is in my nosy bitch files, I was watching Beyonce and Matthew knows. Beyonce and Matthew knows, you know. And when I watch her story as a child, growing up to now, the superstar, they invested so much into her to make sure she became so big. They invested in her. There are a lot of people who didn't invest in their children, but that girl was invested in. They sold the house, did everything they could, made the clothes. When I tell you she had everything in the world back her, she was definitely blessed. A lot of us aren't blessed, and obviously I'm not. But a lot of people have to get it from the dirt the best way they can. And, you know, it just is what it is. You're a star, and unfortunately, a lot of people who were young was touched by people who was older. And the fact of the matter is they did it because they want to star with them. And a lot of people that stars now, they went through some stuff sexually that maybe that wasn't great, but they pulled through. I knew my family was gonna back me because obviously, you know, I'm too many things. I'm different. I've been called out my name so many times. I've been thinking that it's my name. This guy used to ask me, he says, where do you find this strength at? Where do you find this strength? I was like, the one thing you have to learn in life is once you stop caring about people, think about you, is the day you begin to live. Once you stop caring about what people think about you, you're free. That's the only way you're gonna be free. So once you really don't care, it's the day you become free. And unfortunately, a lot of us have to go through shit to get there. Whatever don't kill you, it's gonna make you stronger. That means you have to start living your life and being happy because everything is temporary. Nothing's permanent. So when you don't care, it's when the day begins. So your clothes don't match, you don't give a shit, you don't. Those are the days you're gonna start living. That's when everything gonna start making sense. Now remember, it comes with a price. You're gonna be called out your name because a lot of people can't do it. They're gonna get upset. They're gonna call you different things like that. They want to try to tear you down, which they wouldn't have to, but they're going to. That's what they do. God forbid you celebrate your life and just being happy, minding your business, but here comes somebody they just couldn't do it. So they attack you for doing it. And unfortunately, many of them will look like you, but because they was raised on caring about what everybody thinks. They was raised that we all was, you know. But I guess the day I stop listening is the day I begin to live. The day you stop listening, what people say about you is the day you begin to live. Unfortunately, a lot of people can't get there. It's just crazy. You know what I do my wine? I have some wine. I fill it up this much with wine. The rest of it with water. So I fill it with water and wine. Because the Lord changed Jesus. The Lord turned water into wine. Since it's Sunday, I'm turning water into wine. And reality is, it is what it is. Remember when the weekends came, you and your friends got together to make sure you go out and have a good time? I remember the days I would go out to get ready to leave out. I would buy me a new sweatsuit, new sneakers, and I'd be ready to go out. About to have a good time. Go to the liquor store, buy my liquor, put it in my bag, which is called a BOB. Because totally things are different now. I guess they still bringing looking into what bags. I don't know. But we didn't know nothing about high blood pressure. A lot of stuff we learned as we got older, we didn't know this. We got older, we started learning a lot of shit. And unfortunately, knowing better can be difficult. I'm the kind of person I always hold my balance and stuff. Now I'm the kind of person can't even hold my balance, putting clothes on. I fall down. Once upon a time, you put your clothes on, you just put them on. Now you've got older, you can't do that no more because now you have to lean on something and pull it up. Because if you don't lean on something, you about to hit the floor. Once upon a time, just put them on. As you got older, don't quite be that way no more. Remember when you used to fall in love and my baby, you were so much in love with your partner, whoever, you're in awe. So by you being in awe, it's different. Okay, see my keloid keeps showing. Let me pull this thing down. And it's amazing. You suffer from health problems. You didn't have health problems before. You have to monitor the people in your life. You have to monitor people as far as negativity. They're trying to take something away from you, mentally destroy you. And unfortunately, these was the things you never looked for because you didn't know they existed. But it exists. And then after you get hurt so many times, you pull your pants down to marry men. You pull your pants down to marry men. But at some point, you don't care. You know, so sometimes you ever thought, by you being innocent and gullible, we were doing things that was not smart. But to you, it was fun. And as you get older, you realize a lot of things you did, you shouldn't have did it. You didn't know that when you're young, it's fresh meat. You didn't think about that. You just thought you met a person that you want to be with you. So you find out things the hard way. Sometimes. If you're anything like me, you understand. Like Kevin Gates says, what's understood don't have to be explained. And forgive me, Kevin Gates, for getting in your business because I'm a nosy bitch. The thing that gets me is him and Drika. Now, remind you, this is none of my damn business. And his whole mentality was totally different. People felt like, he was good. Interviews with Drika, I feel like if I don't do, this and that, with Drika and stuff, his wife gave her kids and stuff, and now I'm in his business. He also said he had sex with his cousin because he didn't know it was his cousin. And then he's been in prison. He kicked the girl in the face, allegedly. And he had a woman that loved him. And we watched it. Now, remind you, people go through things we never gonna know what really happened, like Megan Thee Stallion, her man. Because we don't know. It's their business. It's not their business to tell us their business, but Of course, when a person wants to do dirty, they're going to accuse you of being that person. And all, as a person, as a celebrity, they're going to be lies about that person to break y'all up. You as a celebrity should realize there are going to be a lot of lies that going to be shared to them about you, which is going to be false. By you being a celebrity, you don't realize, in my opinion, that people are going to say things about her because they want to break them up. Or they may have wanted him or her to themselves. But that's the price of being a celebrity. I mean, people going to say a lot of things. And we go through that. We're not even celebrities. Somebody's going to be talking about you like a dog. Well, you know she a hoe. They don't even know you. And the funny thing that gets me with that is, you know how this world works. So why would you believe it if you really love that person? It's going to happen. And unfortunately, the same person that you love so much was going to get tested. And most times they fail. They're going to believe that person they don't even know. They're going to make everything they say Bible. And they'll be putting you down. Don't even know you. Don't know nothing about you. And you're going to believe them. A person you don't even know. And you'll take that as word. And that happens a lot. So Kevin Gates' story is that Drika cheated on him. In case y'all know, that's his wife. I think they're divorced now. She has 3 kids by him or 2. I don't know. So now he has a young girl underneath his arm. He bought the whole farm and everything out there and stuff for Drika. So a woman being alone, you don't think somebody's not going to do nothing to try to get in that spot? Him as a celebrity, he should know better. I'll be honest with you. Obviously, I may be overstepping. In my opinion, I don't believe Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. I believe she needed more songs to put out. And she knows the world is negative and stuff like that. So the only thing she could think of was do a song about Jay-Z or Jim cheating on her. It's more lyrics for the song. People like, well, how can he cheat on her? You know, of course he's ugly and everything else. Excuse me. Excuse me. In my opinion, a person that's a lyricist, you have nothing to write about. So you have nothing to write about, make up something. And I believe that's what he did. I never believed that she cheated on him or he cheated on her, whatever. But that's still their business. At the end of the day, they got billionaires. They're billionaires and stuff like that. And I just don't believe it. Now, obviously, it could be true. I don't know. But I think the song is more important than, because it brings money. It's monetary value. If I sing a song about being depressed, I was there first. I get it. It's a money thing. People don't even believe they're really married. They believe it's a business deal. They also believe business deals take place as far as marriages with people, poor people. People just don't believe in love at all. And you're just like, it can't, everybody just can't be after money. But it is what it is. It's still their business. It's not none of my business because I can't find a man. I can find one, of course, but it's still not my business. But I find it sad sometimes when somebody I believed in love, and then they take it and make it not love. It kind of make me sad, but not really, because at the end of the day, they're in a yacht on a boat and stuff like that, and then here it is, well, I'm in where I live at. I'm grateful because it could be worse. It's just amazing how this world works. So if you're a person that's been in prison, and I've seen many mothers live, I've seen many of them, and you go to jail 20 years, 10 years, 30 years, 40 years, didn't even do the crime, but now you in jail. Now all of a sudden, some dude comes to the jail. He wants to decide you're gonna be the one he's gonna dig out. That means he's gonna fuck in the butt. And the thing that gets me is, at some point, a woman will believe her man did do nothing with nobody in prison. At some point, he's gonna get out of there. A straight man, which, listen, whoever you have sex with don't change your gender as far as sexual thing, because you're still straight. Not my opinion, you're still straight. Being gay is not bad for me. I'm like, yo, you blow something out of proportion. If you gay, what the fuck? Anyway. It's just so weird how people like, oh, I'm not that way. I'm not that way. Why do you care? Like, why is it so bad? But anyway, and I just find it so weird how something could be so important that things that goes, well, you're the N word, and you, oh, that's what I am. Like, really, are you that? So is that true? Why are you getting so upset? Because I'm not that. Then why does that matter to you? That is, people gonna call things I've been told when I was little. People gonna call you out your name as long till the day you go on that ground, and then they're gonna call you out your name after going there. There'll be stories about you that's not true, and they're gonna make it sound like it's so true. It reminds me of Michael Jackson. The fact of the matter was that this man was so good, he was seem unreal. They took his name and shot it to death, to hell. As a kid that loved children, have fun with children, you could be yourself, they decided to take that story and put some spin on it. They put a spin on it. So now all of a sudden, not only he liked children, he was having sex with them. You put a spin on it because you couldn't celebrate him. So you took his name and tarnished it and pushed it down to the dirt. Then there was a guy on Facebook made me pissed off. He's like, well, he messed up. I was like, you believe this? So when people say stuff about you, do you believe it? Because trust me, people talk about everybody. And he had to go to court. Y'all made his life a living hell. And then now, once they're dead, you can celebrate Whitney Houston. You celebrate them. You celebrate them now while they not can't hear it. So now you want to celebrate them. Oh, he's sold all this stuff. But when he was alive, you tortured him. Same thing you did with Whitney Houston. How do you torture somebody and then celebrate them once they dead? And the stories keep coming. And it's crazy to me because you're not even a celebrity, but you get the celebrity treatment as far as people talking about you and making it live and making it matter when they don't know you. And it's so sad because a lot of times people will believe anything that's a lie. It's more better than a lie than the truth. And you do it. I wish it wasn't that way, but who cares what the hell I wish? But it's not fair. But who cares about being fair? People just want fame. People want harm. People want torture. And it's sad, though. It's really sad. So now he's dead and gone. Still trying to stay alive, get some sleep for the fans. He was exhausted, couldn't sleep, anxiety going through his head. He started taking some type of medicine. Wait a minute, doctor, what is it called? Is it called propofol? So he was taking medicine so he could go to sleep because he couldn't sleep at night. He had to be this tour and be have enough energy. So he would take shots and stuff. The doctor, I was gonna call it doctor. It was Dr. something. I was calling Dr. Kevorkian, but Dr. Kevorkian was killing people. So what's his name, y'all? Because I know y'all know his name. So what was that man that killed Michael? His name was I know his name was Dr. Kevorkian. Dr. Kevorkian, in case y'all don't know, when you was the person saying, I don't want to be in the life, this can't be, I can't do with this stuff in this world, Dr. Kevorkian will come in and give you a shot You had the business going no more. But they stopped them. And then you wasn't hearing them. Let me see, I think somebody knows. Profile call. Okay, yeah. Hey, Yumi, what's up, boo? Hey, Jamali. Hey, Daisy, what's up, mama? Conrad, thank you, and Yumi. I knew somebody knew it. Conrad Murray. And the thing is, there's so much in this world that's crazy to me. Let me just share some stuff with you because I'm a nosy bitch. Let me share some stuff I found out because I'm a nosy bitch. So, it is alleged that Martin Luther King didn't get killed like we thought he did. Martin Luther King died in a hospital. So, allegedly. So, you know, when somebody gets shot, they take you to the emergency and they take you into the room and they close the door. So they close the door while he's inside the hospital. And they injected him with something to take him out. Because you're in the hospital. They can close the doors. Now somebody comes in the room, injects something in you because you've been shot. That disappears. You can't even see it in your body stream. And then you die. So while you thinking this person was shot, that's not how they died. Another thing, John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy was in the parade. So, in case y'all, this may be too old for y'all to know, John F. Kennedy was the president, and they was doing this. I think it's called the President Parade. He was inside of a car, just convertible and stuff. He was shot there in the head. His blood spills over to his wife's lap as he's been shot. So as he's been shot, his blood falls into his wife's lap. She gets up off the top of the car because he's not there anymore in her body. So as she's crying, obviously you will be. It's devastated. It's crazy. A man gets out, crawls on top of the car, and shoots him. And it's on camera. Y'all can see it. He shoots him outside the car. And I think she saw it. She was screaming because obviously she'd be scared because she's scared that they shot him. She's not as big as him. So you can see the old video and stuff. And the man shoots from the side. The man shoots to make sure he's dead. And then, and the weird thing is, I think, because I can't remember everything, because, So he shoots him, make sure he's dead, and then he's gone. So the story went out him being shot in the head, but the real killer who killed him climbed on top of the car or was in the car, somewhere around the car, and shoots him. You see the man shoot him. We don't know this. Also, what's her name? Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was the first black woman got on a bus, refused to give her a seat to a white man. But the one thing y'all may not know, since I'm a nosy bitch, there was a dark-skinned black woman that did the same thing. She didn't get that much airplay. They didn't really celebrate that as far as her, but they celebrated the fact that Rosa Parks did that because she was lighter skinned. And was it staged? I don't know. It just lets you know things are not exactly the way it seems. So, I know I'm all over the place. So, Michael Jackson couldn't hurt a child. The father decided to do a story about Michael to make it seem real and saying his child was molested by Michael. And the world believed it. Oh, I know it's something about him. I know. You ran with the story. This is to let y'all know how fucked up this world. So the FBI, who raided his house and stuff, and also contaminated the energy and stuff like that, and tapes and stuff, and children porn was not there. And then you say, well, Raven, why did they do this? And then you say, well, the FBI went after him. The FBI went after Martin Luther King. Let me say one by one. So the FBI went after Michael Jackson. They taped it's called wiretapped his phone, talking and stuff. Now, remind you, he said that the FBI didn't put out information in reference to Michael Jackson's death, but they heard the conversation about the father making these things up about Michael. Then they proceeded to tell us about Michael that wasn't true. And FBI could have talked about Michael as far as the positivity, telling he didn't do it because we had the tapes and stuff of this man confession to doing this stuff about Michael. They didn't release it. They didn't release it. Even to this day, they haven't released it. So they knew Michael wasn't guilty, but they didn't release it. So after the father lied on Michael, they got the money for him. They sued him for money, and instead of him fighting back, he didn't fight back. It was a child. He couldn't hurt a child. And he believed that, if they got to do this for money, I'll get some more. It don't matter. It's a child. He cares so much about children. He had to fight for his hand to get it back. So as he fought for a child, they got the money. Millions of dollars. So after they took millions and millions of dollars and found that he was right, he didn't do these things, Michael decided to fight back, they kept the money. So you're found innocent, but you kept the money anyway. So why wasn't he giving that money back? You don't talk about that. But you want to make a movie about him and stuff like that and celebrate things like that. But you gave this man hell. You gave this man hell, but they don't talk about that. And it's sad. Now just imagine they do this for tall, big people in high places. Just imagine how much they'll do for you. They don't care. Listen, we're all going to leave this world one day. And of course, we're going to be lied on, tricked, deceived, played like a fool. And you're not even big like that. You're going to get it. It don't discriminate. It don't matter how old you are, how tall you are, how rich you are. There's going to be somebody talking about you that's going to spread stuff that's not true. It's going to be not true. And the funny thing about it, people know this, but they believe the lie. They will believe the lie over you. Don't even know the person, but they'll believe it. And it's like, how do you go through life like that? Sam Cooke. I know I'm y'all, but you digging this real old. I was Evelina was here. Sam Cooke. Y'all may not know him either. He was the singer from he was singing from back in the day. He's wrote this song called you could Google it, since we're on YouTube, you could A Change Is Gonna Come. So once again, stories keep coming out. So he was killed by the hotel manager and stuff from the hotel. And the story went out, he was beating on his woman. And the owner came in and killed him. But there are no reports as far as this is being reported. That's the story that went out as far as this happening. So why did you investigate her for this information? Because he committed a crime. She committed a crime. Didn't go nowhere. Little Richie. I guess I'm giving you all the damn tour from hell. Little Richie. Bop, 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 and boom. Little Richie, the one that with the perm and his hair and stuff like that. And so his friend decided that, I'm not sure exactly everything, but his friend or his or enemy, I don't know. Listen, I don't know everything. So Little Rich's father was killed. I don't know if the guy was a friend or an enemy or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure. So Little Rich's father was killed. The cops came, investigated the killing. Little Rich's father. They arrested him because a crime has been committed. His father's dead. Usually when you commit a crime, you have to basically go to prison back in the day. At least, or a few days, a few years in prison. They let Little Rich's father kill her go. He did 1 week in jail, in prison, in jail, whatever it is. 1 week, and he was out. Now, you as a person killed my father, and you outside walking around. He didn't do time in prison. He didn't do time. They let him go. It's just to let you know how fucked up this world is. We in some shit. Little children has been killed and murdered once again. The twins was killed, taken to one place to another place. It's just crazy. So are we really free? We're told we're free. In 2026, we're still hanging people on trees. Where's that tape at? So they have the tape of these young people that was hung from trees. So you have the video footage, but y'all didn't release it. You didn't release it. It's just the world we live in. People going to jail for felonies, stuff like that. Black men, oh my God, you did a crime, we did a background check, and you have to go to jail. But as a white man, you get to be the president of the United States of America. And not only that, you're in charge of the money, whether they eat or not. What a fun thing to do. That's an even exchange. At the end of the day, says, I'm a felon. I can do what I want. Clearly, I've been impeached before, so it's not a big deal. So you try to repeat, you've done it before. But I'm still sitting in president. In fact, I'm in charge of the money that comes in. I'm going to take what I want out or give you what I want to give you. I won't give you shit. But I can be the president as long as my skin is wonderful. And it's crazy. And this is the world we live in. So now, a two-spirit woman, he's going to change your name to something else because it don't seem fit. Like Kizzy, Kunta Kinte, transgender woman, transgender. I'm going to change your name. That's what I feel like you should be called. I think I need you to out yourself for me so everybody's going to know what you're doing. So you being one of the people unknowledgeable of things going, oh, that's what I am. I'm a transgender woman. And then there are the ones who just won't listen. They'll be like, well, that's what, that's what they call you. Well, before they called you that, they used to call you a nigger. Now you get upset when you call you that. So when they change the word once again, Why are you not listening? They're saying it right to your face. No, we're going to believe in it. Okay. It's okay. If that's what you think you are, then that's who you are. It's sad that you could get somebody you can get somebody out themselves basically right in front of your face and somebody's going to believe. And the thing is, I'm not trying to convince anybody, believe anything. Listen, you can believe anything you want. At the end of the day, I don't participate in your suggestions or things like that, but that's fine for you. Because sometimes people believe anything. The thing that gets me is they're called intersex. There are women or men that's born intersex. That means they have both genitalia. Sometimes they cater to the one they look like the most or not. Your choice. And they'll be like, it's something different about you. Of course, whatever. If you look more masculine, and then when you put clothes on, more masculine, they start calling you names. That's what people do. Then there are some people that were born in the spirit of a woman. That means everything about them feels like a woman. And how people say, well, how do you feel like a woman? The same way the ones that are feel like a woman. How does a woman feel? The thing is this. You can't question somebody's genitalia because that's how you feel it goes. Because on the outside, don't fit with the inside. Because there's some people that's been born with short limbs. There's some people that's been born blind. There's short people that's been born without arms. There's some people that's been born different ways. You are not in charge of how people are born. You can only express and understand what they're saying as they try to share their story, but you want to judge them. Because at the end of the day, you feel as though you're right. And that's not how it goes. So when a little girl is growing up, act more like a boy, and you try to change her into being a girl, but she don't feel like a woman. So you decide we're going to dictate your story, we're going to change a few, we're going to try and take this out. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. Well, we're going to call you something else, or we're going to try to fix you. That's not how it works. When people transition, a lot of times they're already where they need to be. So they really don't have to change this because they already know who they are. But for the ones who feel as though it has to be a certain way or certain rules they have to follow, that's not how it goes. So when a person is born without legs, that don't follow the rules of the world. If a person is born blind, does that fall in the world of not being normal? There are certain things we need to do to this person. They're born with the cliff chin lip people that their lips and stuff is they got a cut lip like the funny thing they all have to cut down the middle. You have to fix them. The thing is, people are born different. They're born different. And we should celebrate their differences instead of trying to change it as far as what we need to do. If a person tells their story and you don't want to listen, that's fine. Because you don't want to listen, you're not guaranteed. There are a lot of gay women and gay men in the world. But the funny thing is, they focus on the men. They don't focus on the fact that a woman was the one that molested R. Kelly and made him the way he is. Why he don't respect children, in my opinion. But allegedly, he was molested by his sister. But we don't talk about the fact that a woman molested him. We talk about the fact that he was the doer. So if somebody did something to him that was traumatic, they think it's right. Because his whole altered life has been changed. So it sees it. Now, obviously, once you know, you do better or you don't. And the thing is, There are so many women that's having sex with women that don't want to be with a woman, but having sex with women, forcing them to have sex with women, but nobody talks about that. We'll say, oh, it's okay for two women to be okay. So how is it okay for one and not good for other? And then the judgment cable, this cable comes out with another, but it don't come out. Listen, this is my. Nobody picks what they want to be. Nobody picks what they're going to do. The only thing we try to do is do things to surviving. We're not perfect people, but if a person tells you who they are, believe them. There will be a lot of men that don't love women, they hate them, that will be with a woman only because he has to, because that's what y'all told him to do. But he don't want her. So in the meantime, she meets this fine ass man, gorgeous and stuff, and she's going through hell. He's beating the shit out of her, following your rules. So as he follows your rules, he's gay. He wants to be with a man. He don't love women. A woman will have to suffer because he couldn't stand up to his mother or his family and says, no, I'm gay. I hate the titles, but he won't stand up to his mother or his family. He will take that woman, beat the hell out of her, give her life a living hell. There is a man that beat this woman so badly. She'd go to work and she told her co-worker, if I don't come to work, call the cops, because my husband did it. Spanish woman. He would take his children. He hated her so much because he couldn't be who he was. He hated her so much. She had his babies. He would take the oldest son and make him beat on her as he hold the mother. Now, you could have just left him alone, let him be gay, and stop trying to push him into doing something. But you pushed this man to be straight into a woman. Now he made her life a living hell. He's beating her, blood is coming out here. Even have her children that he had with her that's beating her. The kids are crying, and the kids are crying as they beat on their mother because they don't want to do it. And he's enjoying this. Now, if you didn't try to push him into being straight, because he wasn't straight, he punished her for your decision because that's what you felt as though he need to do. He need to be with a woman. He didn't want to be with a woman. He hated women. He beat her. He beat her so bad that she left the. She only could talk to a co-worker to try to make sure that she could put what was happening to her in real time. She showed up at work, face busted up, eyes busted up, and that means he got a hold of her again. So they didn't know whether she's going to come in the next day. Spanish girl, he beat the hell out of her. Now, if he was allowed or could stand up to his parents and being his truth, he didn't kill her. He beat her so bad, blood everywhere. Allowed the children to beat on her, made the children, not allowed, but made the children beat on her. Dragged her across the floor. And where are those people saying, well, a man needs to be the woman? So where are those people at now? Parents. So this person is going through hell through your decision. And now this woman is being tortured because he listened to his parents. He didn't want a woman, so he be with a woman, so he made her life a living hell. He even made the children join in and beat her. She's blooded up. Your children, just imagine your children are beating on you because they have to listen to the father because you're afraid if they don't listen to the father is going to harm the children. But this is from the parenting because y'all don't see that part though. And the thing is, there's a group that's called the Barges. The Barges. If y'all know what that is, that's the family that sing Love Me Enough, Elder Barge and Bobby. Family is beautiful. Jan Zabar, that's the one that Janet Jackson married. The family is beautiful. She's a black woman that married a white man. Back in those days, it was kind of so. Allegedly, the father was beating on him. He was a drunk. As a child, you're being swung into the room, and you're going through it. So, as a child growing up, your father is a drunk. Whatever he couldn't handle, he took it out on you. I don't know everything, but I'm going to say allegedly. Allegedly, see, that's the thing. Because sometimes even though they see, I don't want to overspeak because I don't know exactly. All I know was a black woman and a white man. He was drunk. Get drunk up, and he started beating on the kids. And a lot of times, children anyway being beat on. I don't know much he was going through as far as being an interracial couple. It could have been a lot of things, the job stuff like that. So whatever he was going through, the children had to pay for it. So the family is, if you look at the pictures on Elder Barge, the family stuff, the family was beautiful. Bonnie the Barge, and so Bobby was younger. He was older. He was in a group. Now Bobby the Barge, if you want to look him up, the man is beautiful. The whole family is beautiful. So allegedly, it's stating that the man will have sex with his son, which is not unheard of. So his son having sex with his father, he started getting on drugs because he wanted to get out of pain. So as he wanted to get out of pain, he started using drugs. So by your father turning you out as a young age, and in case you might know what that means, your father is doing things to your body, you know. So once you get used to it by a man, I feel like if you do it long enough, you'll start liking it. But it's your father. But who cares? And obviously he was on drugs and stuff, and then back in those days, I don't think they was using condoms or rubbers and stuff. And he contracted AIDS. Trump, exactly as child. Oh, Donald Trump is son. Oh, the executive order. Exactly, you mean. So Bobby could sing as well as the rest of them. Y'all heard the story, but he died from AIDS. And unfortunately, looks can't save you. There's so much scandal going on. All the children allegedly are on drugs. They're on drugs. Whatever drugs they have out there, it's the strongest one they wanted. You be like, but you're so beautiful. How could you be this way? Beauty don't do nothing when it's pain. Trauma is real. It don't matter how beautiful you are, you're in pain. And hopefully you can get over it. But a lot of times it's more important about the hit, the next hit you get. Sometimes you just want this next hit that you don't want to wake up. You just want to be out of pain. But reality is you like, but you're so beautiful. How could you be in so much pain? But pain is a pain. And it don't matter where it comes from. If you hurt, you're hurting. Hey, Yumi. Hey, Nova. What's up, Mama? Hey, Miss Anna. What's up, boo? Anyway, y'all, I think how long I've been this thing. Okay, I've been on for 2 hours. It's just crazy how this world is. There are people right now that's sitting in prison, being a felon, in prison, because you smoke weed, in prison, on job background check as a felon. Not only one felon, two felons, three felons. But if you're the president of the United States of America, you can have 34 felonies, and you can sit in jail in the White House with so many felony charges. You're untouchable, because clearly that's not your story. Once upon a time, your parents would come home tired from work, exhausted, cooking some food, getting ready to go to bed, and there is a cross that's being burnt on their lawn. So as this cross being burnt on your lawn, there will not be no sleep tonight. Because at that point, you don't know which one they want. Just imagine haven't bothered nobody, come home from work, honest living, and there's a cross being burned on your lawn because somebody's in trouble that didn't do nothing but go to work and mind their business, follow the laws and the rules, and it didn't apply to you. So at that night, you gotta go to sleep. One of y'all not gonna wake up. One of y'all are not gonna wake up with your same children. The same children you have will be less one. Or if you decide to go to church, there's going to be a lynching. As little children going to church, going to school, some man is following you, a girl, boy, and you're going to be lynched that day. That means you're going to be murdered. It's going to remind you how horrible that's got to be. But all I could tell you is this world is something else. Something else. If you're a person in the struggle, you're going to be betrayed by the same ones you're trying out. The betrayal list is so strong and so definitely ridiculous. So there was a man called Malcolm X. Malcolm X was a fighter because he didn't feel as though things were right. Muhammad Ali was a fighter. They refused to go into the service because he didn't feel like we were going to be free. So he didn't want to fight. So they put him in jail. They punished him. And there will be people that's going to agree with all this. There's so much blood that's been shed that shouldn't have been shed. There'll be so many people that believe it's okay. I never forget this woman. She was an older woman. She was like, well, why don't you fight in the service? I was like, why don't you? She said, 'cause I'm too old. Then wake your old ass up and go in there. And the thing was, her story was different than my story. But unfortunately, people have the right to say what they want to say. But a lot of rules that goes through in life does not apply to me. I think it's almost scary to have children if they're black. I think it's almost horrible, horrific. Because as a black person, sometimes we're going to say what we want to say. And sometimes you have to take one under the chin. Like when I was working at Enterprise in Linden. If your skin is not the right color, you can't say those things because you're going to be punished. And there will be black people that will watch. It don't matter that you're being punished. You're just going, So you can't stand up and be black. It's almost horrible to try it. Because the same people, and it's not everybody, the same people you fight for will be the same people that's going to betray you. And it won't be a surprise to most of us. We kind of, So should it really be that way? As a black person going down the street, we can't speak to each other because we're too afraid that one of them going to do something. So we are not friendly to each other because we're afraid. Unless you're dumb as hell like Raven, you're afraid. I'll give you an example. Oh, that's not true, Raven. Okay. Now we have some of them empaths out here that believes you have to be fair in this world. And we get it. Some of us do get it. Some of us don't. I talk to a lot of white people and they'll tell me, we already know, Raven. And I'll give you an example. When a black person gets stopped at the light, you got your driver's license, your vehicle registration, everything's correct, and you give it to them, and they be like, no, get out the car. And when they say get out the car, most times people start crying. Because at that point, they feel as though, I was watching this video, they told this black woman to get out the car, and she started shaking because she was like, oh my God, it's different when death is sitting right at your door. It's different when you're watching it and when you're in the movie, so afraid. So at this point, this may be goodbye. I don't think people think about that if you're not black. At that point, if y'all stay with me mentally, think about this. When a person is at that point, facing death, and they're thinking, this is it. This is it. So now you're being told to turn around as they take the gun, put it by your head, and got the other person there to make sure they don't miss. And now you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, this is it. Like, this is my life. So you're shaking. Who wants to die? But you're shaking, and they're like, calm down, calm down. Oh, you have something to cry about. And all you thinking to yourself, I'm about to be gone. Like, this is it. How am I supposed to stay still when I'm so nervous? You start crying, the tears start coming out, the tears just fall out your eyes. It's like you can't call nobody, you can't get in contact with nobody. And at this point, this person's there that don't care about the law, don't care about how things go. They don't care. You think about your children, your baby, your grandchildren, the baby's on his way, your children, and your husband, whatever case it be, and you're shaking. Then you start pleading as if they're God. Please, Lord, please, please. I didn't do anything, please. Of course you didn't do nothing. So they decide, well, I'm not gonna shoot you, I'm just gonna beat you. Start beating on you. So they hitting on you, you fall down to the ground, they beat on you. And hopefully somebody video camera Rodney King, and they will get off. And now you don't have a parent anymore because now they're in the ground. And then what can you say? I didn't do anything. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a young black guy. I forget his name. They would stop, and if y'all know his name, he he was in his car. He says to the officer, I have firearm on me. So before I go for my firearm, I'm gonna let you know it's already there so you're aware. You're gonna take the firearm from me and stuff, you know, so I could go on my life. What's his name? Y'all know his name? He was shot in the car. So he goes to retrieve it, and then he let the cop knows that he have it. The cop tell him basically to give it to him. So as he reaches for, I think it's the glove compartment, to give the cop what he wanted. Let me see. Oh, thank you, boo. Castro, Philando Castro. Thank you, boo. I knew you. I should have known you know, boo. Yeah. I can't wait. Whoa, that's sorry to hear that. Miss Pullen, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. Because that's something, I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry. Fernando Castro. So when he reached down to it to get it, the cop goes, hold on, hold it. He's afraid. Because your skin is a sin. The man became afraid, shoots in the car, and killed him. He did everything right. There was another. This is the thing. We're not gonna talk about the whole history of Black people because we get it. It's tons and tons of crime. Because there was one girl that was shot inside of a house because the guy, she opened up the window to try to find out who's trying to come in there. He shot her in the face, and it just amazes me. It amazes me. Even a girl, I know about Sandra Bland. I'm not gonna talk about her because she didn't. Anyway, and these are people that was did things right, and it was murder for that. It's unfair, but and you would think that Black people were more together than apart, but they aren't. They're not. You can't even go down the street and be like, hey, friend, what's up? They're black people. You can't even say nothing because you're afraid. People even afraid of me. It's not funny. When I walk down the street, people like, oh. I'm like, so in case y'all don't know why I don't wear black hair, because obviously it makes people afraid. I I become such a villain with black hair, but I've noticed that a lot of guys say this. They be like, people get scared. Since you're tall, you have height, and your hair is black, everything about you is dark. And it's not everybody. I don't want you to think everybody's that because it's not. There's good people in the world. There's really good people in the world. So don't be thinking everybody bad because it ain't everybody. But we know there are people out in the world that do mean things and don't care. And it's just amazing to me. It's just like with Trayvon Martin. Now just imagine this man decide he had he had such a fucked up life when it came down to the shit they did to him. And his witness was fucked up too. I mean, in my opinion, she put the nail in the coffin. It shouldn't have been there anyway, but it's fucked up. And people like, you want to go outside? No. In case y'all be like, well, why do Raven do this thing? I don't give a fuck. Because my thing is they don't give a fuck about me. And I know it. A lot of y'all know it. We try to act like it don't exist. We try to give the whole thing as, oh, it's just something we need to put out our mind. So why do we don't feel safe calling the cops? Why don't we feel safe? We should feel safe. We don't feel safe. Why is that part of our story? Why is it that a lot of times we call people and we were killed in the car? You know, and it's crazy to me because it's like you want to believe that it's not that bad, but it's that bad. If you need proof, you have the, in my opinion, the KKK's child sitting in the goddamn White House and got a long reach. A long reach, that means he could take me out too. So anybody who goes against him, Jasmine Crocker, all these other people that's going to fight for you, they're going to be repercussions for you trying to do the right thing, for trying to do the right thing. They actually put a hit on the Obamas. He was like a great president, but they put it on him. And so much stuff he went through being the president of the United States, he went through a lot. But y'all don't see that. I don't see that though. I just think it's horrible sometimes. I think it's horrible when you're fighting for something and they're the same ones that deceive you. And it's not everybody. But it's unfortunate it's too many. And I think it's horrible. I do. But then again, I overthink because I have a big ass head. Anyway, y'all, let me get off here because I'm getting depressed. I've already done that. But listen, and I had 2 strokes. Like, bitch, you about to have a full board. So, for some reason, when I go to sleep, I have a stroke. I woke up with stroke face. That means my face gone. I wake up like this. This is called stroke face. So what I used to do is try to put some on my face so it wouldn't like so my face. It's not funny. So I would pull something on it so my face would stay more in line. So the saliva would fall in my mouth, and it was like I think a lot. So obviously I'm like, well, you must be close to death, bitch, because you do it every morning. I wake up and my speech be bad. My speech be so bad. So obviously I'm on the clock. So I tell you before, obviously my time is up. But I will put something to make to make it more lined up. So it wouldn't drip out my mouth. Strokes are real. Some people don't survive them. Some people do. Some people down there have a heart attack and they sleep. So you just never really know, and I don't know. Anyway, God bless the ones that put themselves in harm's way. God bless the ones who actually fight for you and make your life better the best way they can. Because we always have to acknowledge them because they're doing things the best way they can. Everything don't go always the way people want to go. It's not always a black issue. It's just an issue. And it's unfortunately, but there are some good people in this world. There's some people in this world that's going to make life easier for you. There's going to be some people in this world that's going to open doors for you. There's going to be some people in this world that's going to make things don't go your way as bad things come your way. God bless those people, protect them all you can. And then there's some people who don't care. The world is falling down around us. It's taking the food away. People live on the streets, don't want to leave the streets, feel more safe on the street. People that's not even present, they're on drugs. It's not funny. They're on drugs, they lean back, but don't fall. It's sad, but it's real. I wish it wasn't that way, but who cares what I wish? I want to be in Kumbaya land. I want to live in Kumbaya. I want to live in Kumbaya land. When we see each other, we, hey, how you doing? We give them so much love and stuff like that. They think about you next day. And the fact about you was so nice to them, that's why I want to live. But it's unfortunate. It's sad though. I don't judge anybody for their abuse as far as liquor or weed to get them to the next thing. I don't judge them on it. I don't judge people because I have no right. But a lot of times you need something to help you get through because you're not making it. You're not making it. Anyway, I'm sorry for giving y'all this history channel because this was not a part of my plans. I already had a stroke, so obviously I need to stop doing this to myself. But God bless you if you're an empath. If you're a person that cares about people, God bless you because you catching more strays than anybody. Because the fact that you care, you're gonna go through a lot. Even stuff you don't even see that's going, your whole mood going to change because you're an empath. That means you're taking on different entities as far as this world, and by being an empath, you feel things that don't belong to you, but you're hurting as if it's happening to you right then and there. You're an empath. So when people are hurting, you feel everything as if it's happening to you. Anyway, and this is another thing that I'm learning about me. I guess I'm slowly leaving y'all. I don't want to speak that to existence, but I know my thing is I want a lot of you with them. I'm slowly leaving this body. The signs are clear. And some things I do, I don't remember doing it. So I don't know if one day I turn something on and forget it and I end up inside of a burning house, God forbid. Because my memory is leaving me. My speech is basically gone. I have to talk like a robot. But reality is, I'm still here. And I appreciate all of you. So if you don't, nobody told you they love you today, I love you. I appreciate you. You understand a lot what I'm saying because I have to explain it. It's what's understood. Don't have to be explained. I don't play this world as if I'm perfect because I tell you all the time, baby falls down a lot. I've been jumped on mentally, physically, and I still show up. Been betrayed, but anyway. All right, y'all, because Most of you are empaths. That means you care about people that you don't even know. And I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you, especially when you try to look out for me like Raven. We're trying to help you. We get it. But I appreciate you. Anyway, have a blessed day. Protect your spirit. Everything that I meant for you. Some things you need to go past because you can't take it. Anyway, I'm sorry for being Debbie the Downer. Let me see. My eyes are leaving. Let me see. I can't see. Hey, Yumi. Hey, Miss Pullen. Atlanta. Because the boys are definitely more open. Really? Okay, Miss Pullen. I see you. Okay, Yumi. And Nova and Miss Anna. I miss Miss Ann Moore. January Flowers. You know what's funny when I try to say y'all name, I can't remember. Chief, Blue Oak, Yumi, Evelina, Aunt Esther, Esha. Anyway, I love you all and thank you for being in my life. So when I do or if I do leave this world, I want to let you know that because you just never really know. So everybody who tried to give me help as far as give me some money, I appreciate you. I do. But anyway, have a blessed day. And keep in mind there's always faith. There's always another day. Well, anyway. um, Anyway, I love you all. Be safe on this Sunday. It's a Sunday. It's today's Sunday, you mean? I think it's today's Sunday. Anyway. All right. Queen City, Miss Pullen. I'm sorry, Miss Pullen. I hope you got through it the best way you can because I know it's hard. Anyway, be safe, y'all. I better go.